Bishop Toal is a very humble man. He received us in a good meeting. We talked about how to spread our society in Scotland. He's very interested in what we are doing to the poor. It was an amazing meeting.
The meeting was just a short meeting in the diocesan office with the international president Renato and Laszlo, the vice president. So it was nice to meet them and know of how the St Vincent de Paul Society works across the world, and they're representing the work of the society everywhere. And it's great that they've been able to make a visit to Scotland as well, and it's good that they've come to Motherwell as well, where St Vincent de Paul is such a strong presence.
After the meeting with Bishop Toal, we visited this place where we had an excellent meeting with young children and adolescents from many schools, and they created some Vincentian groups. And they are not conference like ours, but they are starting the seeds of charity in their groups.
I'm Esme and I'm from St Margaret's High School, and I'm the president of the Junior Vinnies. In the Junior Vinnies we try to help the community, and we do stuff in our school to raise awareness about the group and try to encourage more people to join. We have done bake sales and non-uniform days to help raise money for the charity Let Children Live, and we have done Christmas hampers and non-uniform days for other charities in the community.
We normally raise money for the charity St Andrew's Hospice, and sometimes we go up to the food bank and help out there by making packs for families 1 to 6 members and stuff like that, and organise it into packets and stuff like that and donate to it within the school.
In our Mini Vinnies, we've currently done a cake and candy to raise some money for Ukraine appeal. We have done a sponsored walk, we've went litter picking, and we've helped in a Christmas community fair with the staff. I enjoy it a lot as well. Our president Nicole helps at work a lot, and our teachers and everything just makes it way better. It's so easy, what help.
Do cake and candies and sponsored walks, and we do our best to raise money for charities.
My colleague David and I started the Mini Vinnies approximately 4 years ago with one school, St Edward's School in Airdrie. It was quite a baptism of fire for ourselves. We didn't realise the amount of work that was involved and what the teachers would be doing. It has blossomed to us having 6 primary schools and 1 high school. In the high school we have a junior youth SSVP and we have a senior SSVP. We're also charity students.
We're from St Aloysius, and we do a lot of raffles and cake sales and stuff like that.
We've done a lot of fundraising including Easter raffles, cake sales, so we've raised a lot of money. Some charities we work with are St Andrew's Hospice, Airdrie Food Bank and Territorial Gardens for visits.
Truly, the children are inspirational in everything that they do. We have learned so much. That's my kind of take on it.
It's always been a dream of ours to have a sort of Mini Vinnie Youth SSVP rally at Carfin Grotto. And this is just an amazing event, especially with meeting President General. However, the work really is carried on within the school communities for the Mini Vinnies and the Youth SSVP. As Bridget Ann said, they've been inspirational, but first of all, and before we forget, nothing would be possible without the support of the teachers.
In the Mini Vinnies, we've made a school prayer, and we do fundraising for different charities like Let the Children Live and stuff.
We raise charities, we do cafes, we say the rosary, we do lots of kind stuff, and we try and include others a lot.
there's also a spiritual aspect to it, and the kids have embraced that as well. One of the things is like the Rosary for Peace that they have in May. Last year, when it was kind of semi-lockdown, they were doing things, now I don't know the terminology for it, but it was on Zoom, so they were all joining in, and some of them would lead the Rosary. It carried on this year, and that's just a small sample of it, so we don't forget that spiritual side of it.
The gathering of young people today from the Airdrie Area, who are from the schools in the Airdrie Area and the parishes, and it's been wonderful to see their involvement through the Mini Vinnies programme and how they've taken on the call to help the poor in their own area and to gather together and to fundraise and to pray and to look at how they can do things in a loving and caring way to help those who are most in need. So it's a great thing. I'm being greatly impressed by what I've seen today.
I thought Carfin was excellent and everybody thoroughly enjoyed it. Absolutely, yeah. And we had a short tour of the grotto and we saw the site of St Vincent de Paul, so it was excellent.
And now we are visiting this place, a beautiful place, peaceful place that we can pray, that we can be connected to God. So this morning was fantastic here in Motherwell.
We've welcomed today the international president from Brasilia in Brazil, and we've had a nice meal before coming here, and we're now looking at the furniture project, the Motherwell Diocesan Furniture Project, which is becoming really prominent, and we're doing a lot of good work helping people who are in need. We have several drivers who come here every day, and they go and collect furniture from the houses, but they also deliver.
We are very happy to be here visiting this furniture unity. Why not called Seventh Founders Furniture Unity in the future? Why not? So this is a board about the 7 founders for the furniture, and for you, my president of the Diocesan Council.
If the gospel is about loving people, and that's what we're trying to do, you might say, well, does that not mean that the Society of St Vincent de Paul is the very embodiment, the very expression of what the church is? And if that's what you're thinking, I'm going to say, yes, you're right. There's no point in saying to someone who needs food, well, look after yourself. No, we need to feed them. There's no point in saying to someone, oh, all the best, if they need us to sit down and listen to them. And there's no point in saying to someone, oh, you shouldn't be worrying about that. If they're worrying, they're worrying. And any number of other problems. And some will be local to some parts of the world, and some will be universal, belong everywhere. And that's also one of the marks of the Society of St Vincent de Paul. Because don't forget this. We're not talking about a society which just belongs to a parish or a diocese. It doesn't belong to those things. It belongs to the church. And since the church is universal, the Society of St Vincent de Paul is universal.
The Society of St Vincent de Paul was started in 1833 by a young law student at the Sorbonne University in Paris. The student's name was Frederick Ozanam. He and his friends saw so many poor people on the streets of Paris that they decided to put their Catholic faith into action by setting up a society to help the poor. They called their society after St Vincent de Paul because he, like them, had helped the poor in Paris. The Mini Vinnies are the young St Vincent de Paul in primary schools throughout the whole world. They meet to pray, discuss and help those in need. The St Athanasius Mini Vinnies try their very best to love, to serve others and to grow together with Jesus.